action in real time. Weekdays, 4 to 6 p.m. right here on KBLA Talk 1580. Be sure to tune in weekdays at 4:35 p.m. for your daily download on the federal bribery trial of LA City Council member Mark Ridley Thomas. The case is sure to have many twists and turns, and our program will be the show of record in the case of United States versus Mark Ridley Thomas. We have our own seasoned justice correspondent who will be checking in with us to keep you up to speed on the daily details of this high-profile legal case. Be sure to tune into Areva Martin in real time, weekdays at 4:35 p.m. for United States versus Mark Ridley Thomas, only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Order in the court.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Hi, I'm Toby, and I'm a workaholic. So seriously, y'all, I have been a workaholic for years, and it's so bad that just recently I went to the state championship football game because my daughter's school was in it, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, Toby's here. Like, what is wrong? Has she retired? Does she not have a project to be doing? She's even got on school colors. She's almost festive. She acts like she wants to be here. Like, what is the world coming to? And they weren't exactly kidding. So I have turned over a new leaf in the last few years, because what's the point of working so hard all the time if you never even enjoy what it is you're working for? But that's not the only reason to relax and play. Studies show that adults need to play, literally like deep play, as much as kids do. But what happens in our lives and society? Well, after a certain age, it's not really socially acceptable, right? We're kind of looked at as that loser or the person that never really wanted to grow up. But thankfully, because things are trending in this direction, that it's really healthy to really, truly relax and play, it's going to become something that we can get away with more and more often. Now, if you're like me, you probably have to practice playing, because I have been so responsible for so many years, it doesn't come naturally to me. But when I think about the benefits and the benefits that the studies show about play, that's when it really convinces me that it's important. So why should we do it? For one thing, it's a huge stress reliever. So really just to step away from work and not even something competitive. Now, if you're playing competitive sports, you probably are turning that almost into a job as well. So this is the idea of playing where there's no end game at all. It's just pure relaxation. That's good for you mentally. And when you do return to work, your productivity really is off the charts. The other good thing about it is when you step away from that focused work environment that you're often in, that's when your aha moments really come to your mind. Think about it. When is it that you typically get those right now? When you're in the shower or when you're driving in the car, and it's the most inopportune time to write things down, right? But the reason that happens is because in those moments, you're really relaxing. So using play as a method to get to those best ideas really works. And what else? Well, depending on the kind of play that you do, if you're playing board games or something like that that uses a different part of your brain, it's really good for your problem solving, and it can help you be a better problem solver when you go back to work. Also, it's great when you play with other people. So there's that whole human connection thing. And studies have shown that loneliness is actually a predictor.
Wow. That's an interesting take on play. Tonight's topic, the voice of reason, has returned to KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what it is. You know what I do. These difficult conversations, these tough conversations. But I don't think tonight's conversation, well, it might be. It might be. Depending on the level of play you have in your romantic life. Tonight's topic, press play. An intriguing look at the purpose of play in intimate relationships. How do you add the playful spirit? How do you, shake work off when you come home and get into this play mode? What are the games? I'm not talking about playing with each other. We good at playing with each other. Play with your mama. Who you playing with? No, I'm saying, how do we bring a level of levity, of fun, of joy, playfulness, happiness to our relationships? How do you add it? What does romantic play look like? And brothers, I can already hear you. I'm not talking about the sexual stuff. I'm just talking about the playful stuff, the lighthearted stuff. How do you bring that lighthearted spirit to your relationship? One of the most common forms of play seems to be the secret language that develops between couples, from nicknames to private jokes that only they understand. Agree or disagree, play and laughter perform an essential role in building strong, healthy relationships by bringing people closer together, creating a positive bond, and resolving conflicts and disagreements. We got to play some more. We really do. It's so many double entendres here. Why is play so important in relationships? Should couples consider what blocks they have around fun? We should sit down and maybe think about it, like, what is blocking us from enjoying each other and having fun with each other? Oftentimes, the stress of the kids, the stress of bills, the stress of work, the stress of everything that's going on in our life, family members, all types of things could be happening that could be siphoning or blocking our ability to cultivate levity, fun, laughter, joy, appreciation with each other. Let's have fun. I want to talk to people tonight. If you're in a relationship, how do you add play to your intimate relationships? What do? Do you go out to eat? Do you go to the movies? Do you play games at home? My girl hates it when I tickle her. I like to tickle. I'm a tickler. She's like, it hurts. It hurts. It's not tickling. It hurts. It's, I don't like it. She gets hysterical, starts kicking, and then she slaps me, and then it gets serious. But wait, what do you do to have fun. What is play in intimate relationships? I want to talk about it. The phone lines are open. Get to your phone lines. This is an open discussion, non-judgmental. Let's talk about it. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, more questions as well as comments from the callers.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Thanks to our new sponsor, Lendistry. Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered in Los Angeles. Lendistry helps small business owners access the affordable capital needed to grow. Visit Lendistry, LENDISTRY.com/KBLA today.
KBLA Talk 1580 welcomes the U.S. premiere of the Bob Marley One Love Experience. Open now through April 23rd at Ovation in Hollywood. Enter to win a pair of VIP tickets on the KBLA app or KBLA1580.com. A One Love Experience poster, vinyl record, and souvenir. This has been a community call to action brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580.
Congratulations to Revolution Company for being this week's winner of KBLA's Office of the Week. Log on to KBLA1580.com to enter your office to win lunch for 10, delivered by John O'Groats Family Restaurant.
Hi, it's me, Gia Peppers. Tune in to More Than That live on radio this weekend or wherever you listen to podcasts. This week, we're getting serious and talking to our guests about concrete survival tactics for disaster preparedness in our communities. This episode of More Than That is brought to you by Kroger, making fresh food more accessible for our local communities. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Like, I always talk about the double-edged sword of like resilience. And, I truly believe that resilience is something to champion. But I also think that sometimes when it's in the wrong hands, it can be used as a tool and steer us away from accountability. We use the term, if this ever happens again, but it's happening right now. If you look at what's happening in Flint, if you look at what's happening in Mississippi, if you look at what happened for the past 2 years in New Orleans during hurricane season, it's like these things are happening in our backyards every single day.
I really feel like the cities need to create more plans for people that don't have plans or have the means to have a plan. What can the cities put in place? What partnerships can they work with other cities? How do we work together to be prepared in case these things happen both ways? Because disasters, like you're saying, this happen all around the world at this point.
Yeah, climate change is definitely real. The future of cities, it really is driven by, what sort of the human experience not only is today, but what we think it will be in the future. And so, just being really, really thoughtful about what the future should look like and talking to people about what they learned from experiences in the past and building to be more mindful of how to overcome those challenges so we're not really running into the same problems over and over again.
Right.
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Y'all don't know nothing about that. Yeah. That's hip hop. Come on, man. Y'all got to know about hip hop. What in the world? These youngsters. This is what was playing on the record, on the radio. K-Day, 1580 K-Day, before NWA. Listen, when we was pop locking, you understand? You can't pop lock unless you got a beat like that. We knew the track as It's Time, because that's what they're scratching in the record. It's time, right? And all DJs would scratch that It's Time part. The name of the record, however, is called Al Nafish, which is Arabic. Al is the, Nafish. They have it translated here as the soul, but in Arabic, Nafish is spirit, nafsaka, spirit. But they say the soul. We'll just, okay, it's fine, the soul. It's Time by Hashim is the name of the record. Classic hip-hop record. And if you notice, no rhymes. It was instrumental, because all of the DJ battles that were happening early in hip-hop, you had the DJ battle that happened in New York. We had Coolio and DJ Aladdin from the West Coast, who went out there. The New Music Seminar in New York is what it was called back in the day. These West Coast guys went out there and beat all the East Coast DJs and came back with the title. So that was one of hip-hop's early records. No rhymes, instrumental, Al Nafish by Hashem, by Hashem. And they say it means the soul. That was a great record. We called it It's Time. Great record, great record. Tonight's topic, though, playtime. That's why my playlist is fun. I was in here pop locking. When was the last time you pop locked? You and your girl should have a pop lock battle. My girl dances, but I think we haven't really gotten into this yet, but I think I'm a better dancer than she is. I haven't really approached her about it because she is really a dancer. But I think certain dances, I'm better. 1-800-920-1580. What do you do to bring fun into your relationships? I want to know. Play is essential for your relationship to work. Agree or disagree? Play is one of the most effective tools for keeping relationships fresh and exciting. Playing together brings joy, vitality, and resilience to relationships. Play can also heal resentments, disagreements, and hurts. Through regular play, we learn to trust one another and feel safe. Come on! My girl got to come over, man. We got to play, man. We got some stuff to work out. Let's just wrestle. I like to wrestle. Do you like to wrestle your girl, Andy? But you know, when we wrestle, that always leads to something else. Andy, do you wrestle your girl? You don't put her in the figure four leg lock, do you?
I for sure do. I put her in a Boston Crab and all that.
Yeah.
And it's going down afterwards.
And it's going down. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you do to bring playfulness into your relationship? Or is the world so toxic and so heavy that you ain't got space? I said ain't got space for time for play. I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing that you can never get back is time. And if you spend more time in a hurtful place and less time playing, you're going to have a harder time dealing with the hurtful place, getting through the hurtful place, getting over the hurtful place. Let's find some play. You know what I love about New Orleans? They have a parade when somebody dies. You know what I'm saying? They walk down the street and it's a full parade and they partying because it's a celebration. Sometimes we have to deal with loss and hurt and pain. We have to use a celebratory mindset in order to reconcile how we feel about it. You know, somebody may have cussed us out. Somebody may have disrespected us. We say, well, how do you celebrate that? Well, you celebrate the fact that you still have a lot more to learn about building rapport with people. Because always in a conflict, it's a two-way street. Conflict's always bi-directional, ladies and gentlemen. It's never unidirectional. A lot of people would like you to believe that. True or false? Somewhere between childhood and adulthood, we stopped playing. We stopped being playful. Life got serious. Life got real. And if you live in Los Angeles and you dealing with the bills, boy, the bills in Los Angeles could hurt your spirit. Let me tell you something. I got a second payment for my mortgage, for my taxes, the taxes on my property. I got a second payment coming up, and I see it. You know how a bill be big and you can see it down the way? You be like, here it comes. Damn. I be trying to hold out a couple of days. I just got a little bit longer, but I got to pay that bill. Sometimes bills kill your joy, right? And when your joy gets killed, if you're in a relationship, you're going to pass some of that killjoy spirit on to your partner. Listen, stop playing with me. I ain't got time for it. You understand? You always joking and stuff. It ain't time to joke. It's serious right now. True or false, according to Plato, true or false, according to Plato, you can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation. Ooh, Plato was trying to be deep, but you know he stole it all from Africa. Just stop fronting, Plato. You not deep. You stealing. You're plagiarist. Anyway, I want to know, what do you do to bring happiness into your relationship? Tiffany from Atlanta, you're the first one to jump in here on this discussion. Welcome to the show. Talk to me.
Oh, man, so this is the topic for me. Listen. All right. Now, this going to go to me and Nazarene's relationship.
Oh, don't put, where Nazarene at? Don't put him in this business and he not there.
Listen. We the type that the way that we have fun is that we rank on each other. Like, we just straight Joan and flame each other. That's the way that we have fun. So a lot of times you may see him say some real off-the-wall stuff to me in the chat, but he not serious. Like, that's just our, I guess you could say, quote-unquote, love language, but that's just the way that we play with each other.
Wait.
Just simple things of, like, yeah.
No, that's dope. That is fly.
Yeah.
Wait, you and him rank on each other. We would say, what we say out here, bagging, crumbing.
Yeah.
Y'all be crumbing?
Yeah, like full blown, like to the point where, like, most recently one time he like went so hard on me, I had to pull out the big guns. I had to play like I was hurt. I had to play like I was like hurt by it. I was crying like it was some truth to it. Soon as he got his guard down, I was like, yeah, you soft. That's why you da 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 da. Like, so to that extent, it's just like, that's a way for us to play. That's a way for us to keep it light. A lot of times, even when we have a serious conversation, he'll say, can I keep it light? Or he'll say something like, all right, so, you know, you got some room for a little laugh. And then he'll, like, rank on me in the conversation, and then I'll just rank back. And sometimes I'm a little stuck up about it, but he pull me out of that. And for real, just
let me ask you this, though. I got to ask you this. Are mamas on the ranking?
No, mamas is off limits.
Okay, so mamas
off
okay.
limits.
All right, cool.
No, family's off limits. Like, we ain't never did that.
You know, I'm the type that go overboard. I be like, that's why your mama foot backwards. I gotta do it.
I ain't trying, that man, listen. One thing you don't play about his sleep and his family. I don't play no radio when it comes to that. So, yeah, keep it light, man. Y'all try something different, try something new, you know, and just keep playing because, like you said earlier, as far as the bills piling up and work getting to you and stuff like that, a lot of times you ain't going to think that you have place to play. Yes, you do. Get back to that childish, like, don't be childish, but get childish a little bit.
So you're telling me play is really a part of intimacy building?
Absolutely. Because like it is, it's like I can see how playful he is and how playful he constantly wants to be. he don't want to be arguing and carrying on and doing all that. Like, he really don't, and I really don't. So when you see somebody actually always, trying to play, that's them trying to say, man, this is my white flag. I'm not really trying to go there with you. Like, just relax. And sometimes we as women go, you play too much. This is serious. You always laughing. This is that. It's like, no. He's just trying to diffuse it, and that's his best way of knowing how to diffuse it. If you catch him laughing and stuff, he ain't laughing at you, darling. He probably laughing at, wow, she really thinks that it's that serious right now. But it's not, for real, it's not that serious. So just get playful and try to be as playful as possible. Otherwise, you're going to mess around and turn them real serious, and you're going to miss that playful.
So let me ask you this. The inner child is always with you. And your inner child will show up in a disagreement. Your inner child will be butthurt and show up in a disagreement and take everything the wrong way, right? We see that.
Absolutely.
You hear people talk about it all the time. You use a child. Go find your mama. I see something wrong with you. Go find your mama, right? But that inner child also has to show up in good times in the relationship. Can you talk about the inner child showing up and actually healing the relationship through play?
Absolutely. So check. Like, if you get to know your partner, like, I don't want to really blast him, but
blast him.
Homeboy really was in.
Get at him.
Homeboy really was into dinosaurs when he was a little kid, right?
Wait. Hold on.
Homeboy really wanted to be an archaeologist.
Hold on. My brother Nazarene X. If you don't call in here and roast your girl Tiffany for outing your Jurassic Park hopes, I don't know what to say. Go ahead, Tiffany.
So he really was into dinosaurs the whole time. And I was trying, like, before we got into our little spat or whatever, because he low-key ain't talking to me right now, but before we got into our little spat or whatever, I'm trying to get him to come to the Fern Museum with me. And I'm trying to play it off like, oh, let's go see this terranium, whatever this situation is.
Wait, hold tight. We gotta come forward. But when we return, you gotta talk about this. This is gonna get good. When we come forward, more from Tiffany from Atlanta. We talking about playtime.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. There's a plan at the Illinois Capitol that would add a racial harassment training to the list of things teachers in the state need to take. The proposal is part of the Racism-Free Schools Act and would have schools adopt new policies to fight racial harassment and train teachers on what to do if they spot racism. Denzel Washington is set to star in Ridley Scott's Gladiator sequel. Washington will reunite with Scott after working together on the 2007 critically acclaimed film American Gangster. The original Gladiator won Best Picture after its release in 2000. The NCAA tournament run for Howard University was a short one. The 16-seeded Bison played tough in the first half, but lost to number 1 seed Kansas. Afterward, Howard alum VP Kamala Harris visited the locker room and told the Bison they made the Howard community proud by battling until the buzzer. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Find everything you love listening to on Audible. Hear celebrity memoirs, mysteries, true crime, sci-fi, and more. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
It's getting hot in here.
KBLA Talk 1580 is apparently the talk of the town. From the LA Times to our talk radio competitors.
Hey, there was a story in the LA Times about Tavis Smiley. Now he is back with his own radio station, KBLA, black-owned and oriented towards the black audience. So, Mo, considering your knowledge of Tavis and his audience, what's your take on this?
Well, I think in a general industry sense, I think it's always good when there are more outlets, there are more talk radio, there's more voices and representation. At that point, I think talk radio had been too homogenous for too long.
Real quickly, is it going to succeed, yes or no?
I think it's going to succeed.
You think?
There's a new sheriff in town.
We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we don't black down.
Is child support taking your money? Did you know that states receive $500 million a year in incentives to put people on child support and find them guilty in those same state hearings? Log on to childsupportersfraud.com for more information.
California is a great place to live and work, but those aren't easy things to do for students also going to college. That's why the state created the Californians for All College Corps, a way for students to build skills and help others while earning up to $10,000 for school. Commit to serve your community and we'll help you pay for college. Spots will fill up fast, so learn more and apply today at www.cacollegecorps.com. That's www.cacollegecorps.com. California is a great place to live and work, but those aren't easy things to do for students also going to college. That's why the state created the Californians for All College Corps, a way for students to build skills and help others while earning up to $10,000 for school. Commit to serve your community and we'll help you pay for college. Spots will fill up fast, so learn more and apply today at www.cacollegecorps.com. That's www.cacollegecorps.com.
KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates Women's History Month, sponsored by Walmart. As we celebrate Women's History Month this month, KBLA Talk 1580 would like to spotlight women leaders in our community who are creating positive change. If you or someone you know is making a difference in your community, please nominate them with a 50-word or less post on why you feel they should be included in the KBLA Women's Series, sponsored by Walmart. These women leaders will be featured on KBLA, interviewed on KBLA, and participate in a panel discussion hosted by Reva Martin in real time. Visit the KBLA app or log on to KBLA1580.com to nominate a woman in your community that is creating positive change. This has been a KBLA Talk 1580 community call to action.
Are your utility bills getting hard to pay? Get some relief with Easy Save. Income qualified LADWP customers can save money on their bills and discover even more savings. Learn how and apply today at LADWP.com/Easy Save. That's LADWP.com/Easy Save. Saving money made easy with Easy Save.
Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You can start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now's the time. Go to mycomputercareer.edu.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
The rent is too damn high. KBLA joins you in calling for affordable housing. The LA Tenants Union is a diverse, tenant-led movement fighting for the human right to housing for all. The LA Tenants Union demands safe, affordable housing and union rent control. They organize against landlord harassment, mass evictions, and displacement, and mobilize for the repeal of the Ellis Act and Costa-Hawkins Act. The LA Tenants Union is on a mission to strengthen tenants' political power through education, advocacy, and direct action. To get help with your eviction or other landlord-tenant issues, take action for justice, or become a member, visit latenantsunion.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Wait a minute. This ain't the original youngster. I need the original. Hey. Come on, man. This ain't the one Turbo was popping to and breaking. You remember the classic scene where he's outside the liquor store with the broom? Come on, man. We got to get the legend. This ain't the legend. It's okay. This ain't the legend. I'm going to have to send you the legend so we can get it right. Because I'm about hip-hop tonight. And I'm about fun. You underdig? That's what our topic is tonight. And we got a sister on from Atlanta. And she was basically having fun with her man and basically outing him for being a dinosaur lover. Fun. Fun is the key. What can we laugh about? I also want to hear from people with mama jokes that are clean. Clean mama jokes. Tiffany, get back in here. Talk to me, Tiff.
All right, so I just pulled up on him. I don't know if y'all know, man. I do the pull-ups. But anyway, I tried to take him to this little situation that we got down here. It's called the Fern Bank, and it's a museum. And they have this ill dinosaur exhibition. And I wanted to take him to it, but he's so... I don't know what to describe it. It could be described as nonchalant. It also could be described as, like, very, like, hermit crab-ish. But he didn't want to go. And it's like, I'm trying to take you to go see the dinosaurs, and he don't want to go. And so now it's just like you can't force him to do nothing like that. But that's how you bring out that inner childhood. Bring something to the forefront that you absolutely know is going to widen their eyes. Like, he told me about the Fern Gully or something like that as well. Like, I ain't know nothing about that cartoon. So bringing stuff out like that and saying, like, hey, like, you want to watch this? Like, you just, that's bringing the childhood out in the good, like, in the good times.
Wait a minute. Fern Gully. That sounds familiar. What that's
I think it was like in 1989 or something like that. I think it was like one of them cartoons. Like, and I was born in '89, so I don't too much know. But he is 5 years older than me, so he an old man, and so he know about all this stuff. Oh, listen, and I'm roasting him in his face while he's sitting right here looking to yes. Oh man, but yeah, that's my take on it. And no, we don't do I can't do nothing like family wise. I can't joke on it.
Right. Well, listen, I appreciate you calling and sharing what you guys do to have fun, to keep the fun going in a relationship. Sometimes having fun just means going out to dinner or showing appreciation and approval of each other. Sometimes having fun is winking at each other when y'all see some goofy people trip and fall. You know, when you people watch or you see silliness, but only y'all can speak the language, the unspoken language between. Sometimes that's fun. We appreciate you, Tiffany from Atlanta, Georgia.
Absolutely.
She brought her city in the building. Are you willing to bring yours? The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. We're talking about how to keep the fun in the relationship. I think my girl told me about Fern Gully. That cartoon, right? With the weird little fruit bat. Yeah. I don't know what kind. He looked like a pig bat, but yes, I think she told me about that before. We've got callers on the line. People want to talk about it. Let's not wait one moment. Nazarene X is on the line. His girl is sitting right next to him. She just got off the line. Nazarene, defend yourself.
Hey, first and foremost, I ain't sitting next to that bomb. I'm outside. Yeah, I'm gonna need some space.
You gonna need some space.
I need some space for this one here. But nah, shout out to you, man. It's gonna be one of the most fly topics, as all of them are, man. And main point is about having fun. So once upon a time, I met this one. She was like a reformed stud. Her name Big Oots. And like I called her, she was dragging like this.
Hold on. First off, you can't just let that roll out and then keep going. A reformed stud named
Big
Hoops. So we joking already right now. Is that what we doing?
Now this just once upon a time.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, brother.
But yeah, I met her. She was dragging this whole like refrigerator like smooth across the concrete with her bare face, and like it was really, really impressive. Like smack across the concrete to her house, and I had never seen nothing like that before. So that's just kind of like where Tiffany and I met. That's her alter ego was Big Hoops. Like,
You not
literally
wait.
dragged.
Hold on. I can't let you do this to Tiffany. You not saying Tiffany was the reformed stud that drug a refrigerator barehanded across the street. I will not sit here and let you besmirch Tiffany's good name.
Hey, look, but you ain't never seen it. If you hit her with the Ray Charles, you grab them wrists. You got the gorilla grip, my nigga. For real. She out here with it.
Oh my!
But that's the type of people you need on your team for real.
That's why you went outside. I see you now. That's why you went outside, because you was gonna let the clip loose. I see you was gonna empty the clip. Hey, you had to get away from it, boy. I see what's happening. I see.
She wasn't about to take my dryer. Like she was doing wild stuff though. But to that point of having fun, like all of that, like having a secret handshake. You know, even little things like that, having a secret handshake, or like all of the inside jokes you watching movies. One other thing, like with youngin', is like it becomes sacred. Like you can always bust it out. Like, you know how sometimes it'd be a whole dilemma between men and women when it comes time to pick something to eat, right? Something as simple as like literally making it a routine to just play rock paper scissors. It's rock, paper, scissors, shoot. When we can't reach an agreement, we just rock, paper, scissors that jump.
Right.
And it make
let me give you this one. Me and my girl was trying to have fun once. It was an attempt at fun. She wanted to watch a scary movie, but because she don't watch scary movies at night, we had to watch it in the daytime, and we didn't even get around to watching it because I had stuff to do. She was like, I'm at home. Let's watch the scary. What? Yeah, man. Sometimes it's hard to do it, brother. Sometimes it's hard to find ways to have fun. But Nazarene X, we appreciate you, man. I see you said you ready for war. Georgia is in the building because of Nazarene and Tiffany. We appreciate the call. When we come forward, we're going to talk to my brother Sean, because I know Sean. I've been married for 35 years. By the way, I'm white. However, brother, I've had a thruple double. A thruple double. I scored a thruple double. Man, Sean is one of my favorite callers. I swear, for Jesus, he is. Listen, there are some barriers to having fun. Scheduling. Sometimes it's very difficult to schedule fun, especially if you guys are not in close proximity. If you're in a long-distance relationship, scheduling fun can be difficult. If you have an aversion to being active, i.e. lazy, like Speedy. Remember Speedy on the TV show? I said, Speedy, I don't like to travel. I don't like to do nothing. I like to play video games. I said, that's lazy. You just like to sit on the couch and play. No, I mean, video games are very intense. No, it's not. Okay. So lazy is one. Sometimes you got to give yourself to be a kid again. Give yourself permission to be a kid again. Sometimes you got to just say it's okay to just let loose and have fun. You got to be open to trying new things. Let me tell you something. My girl has gotten me more open than I'm telling you. I'm a closed off individual. Very regimented and routine. My girl was like, hey, you got to buy groceries. I won't buy groceries. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like my kitchen unused. She says, sir, where's the water? When I come forward, we're going to keep talking about having fun in relationships. It's going down in the town. The voice of reason is on fire on KBLA. Trust me, we got a lot to talk about.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut broke records opening weekend. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by Lendistry. The highly anticipated Creed 3 premiered in theaters early March. The film is Michael B. Jordan's first time directing and starring in a film. Creed 3 is the third movie of the successful franchise. Not only has it broken global opening weekend records, earning over $100 million worldwide, but it's also the biggest opening ever for a black director in their directorial debut. It was also the biggest opening weekend of all Creed movies.
Thanks to our new sponsor, Lendistry. Lendistry is a national black-led small business lender that is headquartered in Los Angeles. Lendistry helps small business owners access the affordable capital needed to grow. Visit Lendistry, LENDISTRY.com/KBLA today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Hi, Maisha Cairo here, KBLA, live at Chase Bank on Crenshaw and Vernon for the In This Together tour with female business owners, a day of empowerment, community panels, and best of all, tips on building business from marketing to capital. I'm here with Lisa Stevens, Senior Business Consultant with Chase for Business. Lisa, what's one tip you'd give to business owners here in the Crenshaw area?
I love that you asked that question. I'm originally from Brooklyn, and I grew up in an area that's very similar to Crenshaw. So this is near and dear to my heart. And if I could only leave a business owner with just one, I would tell the business owner to identify their why. And I think that is so important because your why is going to be that strength on those days where you feel like you're struggling. Your why is going to be that stepping stone. Those days that you want to give up, your why is going to be the reason that you get back up.
And how would you advise business owners looking to acquire capital? What do they need to know before stepping inside the branch to ask for funding?
So 3 things. I do want to share this when it comes to the power of capital and just finding those resources. Understand that capital is a 3-part of a business, right? It's not always about the monetary piece, but if you first put that intellectual, right, what do I need to know? That social, who I need to know, that will help you to then package for that monetary piece. So no matter who you're banking with, you should know your banker. Never walk into a bank and you're transactional only.
It's just like Lisa to drop gems. I'm Maisha Cairo in the community for KBLA with JP Morgan Chase.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Y'all don't know about hip-hop. When was the last time you was popping? When was the last time you was breakdancing? What y'all know about the Johnson crew? This is when dancing, pop locking, this is when it was all the rage. Now remember, in New York, hip-hop is created to have fun. It's play, right? Why? Because hip-hop had gangs. They had just come out of the heroin era, the Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes. It was abject poverty. So the kids said, we're not going to be gangs anymore. We're going to form dance gangs, and we're going to pop, lock, and go ahead, Andy.
Nah, you really just answered my question. I was just curious to know back in the day, was there dance gangs, so to speak?
Absolutely. So when you see movies like Breaking, these guys are, instead of we're going to kill each other, this is the inception of hip hop. Instead of we're going to kill each other because we're different gangs, we're going to battle each other. So back then, a rival crew could run up on another rival crew in the subway and be like, battle. And then they battle with routines. This was the birth of hip hop. Andy, your thought?
So was there like no egos? Like, so, gangs, they want to kill each other or cause harm to each other, right?
Right.
But because I'm in a dance group or whatnot and we battle with each other, after somebody loses, I mean, we just go home after that.
But that was the rules. And the rules were established. If I'm not mistaken, somebody could check me. It was Africa Bambaataa. They created a whole new rule set. You guys lose, you lose, but you got to go get better, and then you see them again and battle again. You see what I'm saying? Hip-hop, the inception of it was play. This is why my playlist is my co-host. Do you understand? Let me just say this. Andy, you can find all these original records, not the remix like that one, but you can find all the original records of these records that I've given you on YouTube. They're all there. But this is what I'm saying. Hip-hop is so serious now because it's 50. In August, hip-hop will be 50. And hip-hop is so serious. It's a business. Everybody's so hard. Everybody thugging, gangsters, killing, murder. They're using rhymes against rappers in court. Now, it's a different thing. When hip-hop got to reconnect to its inner child. Just like each one of us has to reconnect to our inner child for the sake of our relationship. In other words, the child that wants to play, you got to let that child out. Not just the inner child who comes out to complain, but the inner child who comes out to play. We've got to have space for that inner child to express itself. Sean from Oakland is in the building right now.
Hey, brother, I still have my signature moves. I'm telling you, man, I didn't do a lot of spinning. I didn't do a lot of the break dancing where I spun, but I could click and pop like, I'm doing it right now. I mean, I'm like, remember, I'll do my signature move whenever I see you, brother. I'll show you my signature move.
Yeah.
But this is what we used to do. And by the way, I wasn't even close to the best at my high school. These guys, these cats were so doggone good. They could have been in any Hollywood film. They were super good. And they used to go to San Francisco across the bay and make money on the weekends doing it. And I'm not kidding. They would go there and be all dressed up and do their thing and make money. So, and it was playful, but my goodness, they were so good. And by the way, they weren't getting in, any kind of fights, people pulling out guns about it or anything. And then it kind of progressed to the battle rap, right? And the battle raps are awesome, but, it was just a different kind of a progression into things nowadays. I kind of like the competition where there isn't going to be some threat of violence, It was really good. And that's really segmenting into or segueing into, relationships, being playful. You had a great caller talking about what I would call trash talk, but basically, hey, if you have it that good in a relationship, you guys are really making things work and things are getting tense. Sometimes if you can read it correctly, you go ahead and do some trash talking. Because all of a sudden, you take that focus off of what's bothering someone, and they look at you and give you that smile. Once they give you that little smile, you hit that right note. And so I'm saying, please, people, keep being playful. Keep having fun. because, that and improve your timing, by the way, because sometimes if you don't have the right timing, and I've done this a million times, I'm trying to do that in the moment, and she looks at me with that other look. I'm like, uh-oh.
You got it wrong.
You know what I mean? That's right. And
Right.
you got to go ahead and own up to it. And have thick skin, people. Like I said, be secure in your masculinity if you're a man, and otherwise have thick skin. Everyone's trying to navigate this crazy world, right? So let's make sure we try to do it together as a community and do the best we can and move forward.
Man, I appreciate you, Sean. Once again, Oakland, California is in the building because of you. Look, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. What do you guys do for fun? What do you guys do to bring levity and lightness into the relationship? Well, let me tell you this. You got to protect fun from all forms of conflict and resentment. If you mad and you frustrated, go deal with that first and then come back ready to have fun. You have to protect the fun. Fun is a space in your relationship. You hear people talking about holding space for each other. We hold space to hear each other. We hold space to validate each other. We hold space to acknowledge and recognize each other. We also have to hold space for fun. And we cannot allow conflict, resentment, anger, frustration to float and infuse itself into the fun space. Can you imagine trying to have fun with somebody and they got the screw face? Well, why did you even come then? Get your stuff and go home. I'll call you an Uber from the restaurant. Just go home from Dave and Buster's. You mad? I'll eat the pizza then. So you understand what I'm saying? Listen, be in the right mindset to have fun. Do you understand? Again, it's participatory. It needs you to be invested. You must be willing in order for fun to crack. If you want it to crack, you have to have 10 toes down. Like, we finna have fun. Let's get on this roller coaster. Let's go to Six Flags. Let's do this. Relationships need it. Listen, when I come forward, the voice of reason shall continue this most interesting discussion. I know a lot of people ain't planned to do nothing, but we gonna plan to do something in the second hour.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. There's a plan at the Illinois Capitol that would add a racial harassment training to the list of things